Speaker thinks that all negative ads should end, but this is, after all, a campaign, and campaigns do point out differences between candidates, draw out those distinctions. It's important that they be accurate, tell the truth, but you know, I've been the subject of some pretty tough attacks that have come both from the Speaker, but also from President Obama's super PAC. We're going to have to make sure we can fight what's going to come from him.
Now, you can't coordinate, but you have appeared at some events for Restore Our Future. You spoke to some donors a few months ago to that, and Charlie Spies, a former associate of yours, is involved with Restore Our Future. So now I know you're not violating the letter of the law, but doesn't that not violate the spirit of it?
Actually, under the law, there was a series of rulings as to what action you can do. Candidates can support the effort in terms of helping in fundraising, but they cannot in any way communicate a course of advertising, suggest when ads run, where they run, what's in the content of the ads. Those are things which are prohibited, and so we're being very careful in that regard. I know that the Speaker would like to say, look, we shouldn't have any negativity, but look, if you can't handle the heat in this little kitchen, the heat that's going to come from Obama's Hell's Kitchen is going to be a heck of a lot hotter. We have to show that we, as a Republican Party and as a candidate, that we can stand up to the barrage that's going to come from the Obama world.
Do you think Citizens United was a bad decision?
Which is this?
The Citizens United decision by the Supreme Court, which essentially created this landscape.
Well, I think the Supreme Court's decision was following their interpretation of the campaign finance laws that were written by Congress. My own view is that now we've tried a lot of efforts to try and restrict what can be given to campaigns. It would be a lot wiser to say you can give what you'd like to a campaign. They must report it immediately, and the creation of these independent expenditure committees that have to be separate from the candidate, that's just a bad idea.
Bad decision, though, or no?
The decision. I'm not going to criticize the Supreme Court. I'm going to criticize Congress for passing a law that limits what campaigns can receive and opens the door to these super PACs and to PACs, which have now been around for a while. We're seeing this is where I think the most damaging allegations arise.
If you ever thought Restore Our Future went over the line, would you publicly tell them not to do it?
I'd have to check with what the law tells me. I am allowed to say what I'm not allowed to say. That's very important to me. But obviously, the key for me is making sure that people tell the truth.